Good afternoon. It's September 26, 2025, and I got this 17,000 tick chart just to give a better picture of what happened today. So basically, we had a break of the channel, a clear break. We got the overshoot, and then it made this double bottom, lower low, clear, clear sell climax right here. Look at that, biggest bar on this chart, strongest bear bar. Let's look at the rest of the trend. So the only bar that I see that comes close would be this one, a 21 point bar, and this one was a 20 point bar. So this one's bigger, and I mean this is a sell climax too. Look at that thing. That's the third leg. One, two, three. So it's parabolic sell climax. Then we get one, two legs up, and then a sell climax, and then it bounced, and today we got one leg up and a second leg up. So here's how it looks on the daily chart. We bounced off the EMA and created a bull bar. It did not break higher. It's an inside bar. Here's how it looks on the weekly chart. So that's our week that closed today. Doji with a bear body. And I think we're finding resistance because if you look on the monthly chart, we're at the top of this channel. So I'm opening my calendar. And you can't see it on here. But the last day of the month is Tuesday. So we'll have to keep an eye on this chart. But anyway, let's take a look at the 2700 tick chart. So really on this chart, it just looks like a range day. You got this broad bull channel at the start of the day, and looks like market. Okay, yeah, this is a broad. Like, look how big this correction is. It went beyond 50%. And it bounced right away, and that's tough to trade. Uh, I do think that you could consider getting long right here. Um, at the EMA, we've tested this level of support a few times. So I think it's reasonable to get long here. Making higher highs, making higher lows. That's according to Mac's rules. So really, you can get. I would definitely get long in here. Right at market open, you get boom, big strong bull bar, two consecutive big strong bull bars. Get long there. That's about 66.80. And when it starts going sideways, where are we at? So that's about 8 points later. Get a nice profit. But anyway, we kind of have a nested wedge top here. So what a wedge is three pushes up. This is Al Brooks terminology here. So you got 1, 2, 3. This area would be 3 here. Why don't I just put in the text? We'll call it 1, and then 2, and then I'll put this up here because we're going to need 3. But within that third push up, you got a wedge. And so that smaller pattern within the larger pattern, the market is what's called a fractal. So everything that's happening is happening on a smaller scale too. Look that up if you don't know what I mean. So anyway, I think there's reasons to consider getting short here. You know, hard to do when you're in a bull trend, but you're at the top. This is clearly the top of the channel. So I think that's very reasonable. And that creates a strong spike down that goes into a channel. And you get an overshoot, sell climax, double bottom, and it bounces. And then we come back, form a range. I'm guessing this is probably just a measure move. Pretty much. Yeah, you can see that. Look. So you get this. I don't think you. Maybe you buy on a limit order down here. I think that makes sense. After this big move up, that's near the lows of the day. So I think it's reasonable to get long here on that third attempt to push lower. Really like a fourth or fifth attempt to push lower. Definitely like this one, the breakout pullback to test these highs. And then you get a couple of lower highs. So I think it's reasonable to consider getting short right there too. And then it just reverses. Boom. That's like off the midline of this half of the range. And you get a spike in channel. I'd probably draw it like that. So yeah, again, it starts off slow, but then you get boom, two consecutive strong bull bars. Um, Normally, I'd be a little nervous buying into this potential resistance, but we bounced off the midline. It looks like a range day, so you could be going to the highs, and that's exactly where we went. I had to pause the video for a minute, but after we get a break of this bull channel, um, and really, I'm looking at it. I'm like, I don't think that's really it. You got. I mean, I think it's more like this. Uh, we get it fizzles out, and you get like a range here, and that's pretty much for the rest of the day. So not really much after that. But there's one last look at it. I hope everyone had a good week. I'll be back on Monday.